Today we're going to make this puffy flower granny square. You can use any size yarn, any size hook for this project. I am using a 5mm crochet hook along with some 4-weight acrylic yarn. I've got this variegated green and blue for the center rounds and some beige for the final finishing round. We're going to start with a magic ring. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and chain 4. So a magic ring, chain 4 to start. That chain 4 counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1. We're going to work a double crochet into the ring and chain 1. We want a total of 16 double crochet chain 1 in this ring. Since this first chain 4 counts as our first one, we're going to work a double crochet chain 1 15 more times into that ring. I've just worked my second one, so I'm going to work 14 more double crochet chain 1, double crochet chain 1. So work this pattern, a double crochet chain 1, into the ring until you have 16 total double crochet chain 1s, counting that first chain 4. After your last chain 1, we're going to find the top of our chain 3 and slip stitch right into that chain. I can pull this a little bit, and we've got our 16 double crochet chain 1 for round 1. For round 2, I'm going to slip stitch right into that next space. So we're going to be working into each space, into each chain 1 space. We're going to start with a chain 3. And we're going to work a puff stitch right back into that space. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook in, pull up a loop once, do the same thing twice, one more time, yarn over, put your hook in that same space, pull up a loop. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull back through all 7, chain 1. That is how we do the first one. That chain 3 counts as one of our puff stitches. We've chained 1, we're going to move right into the next space. This time we're going to work a puff stitch, yarning over 4 times. So yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, that's once, yarn over, twice, yarn over, 3 times, one more time, yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 loops now on your hook. Yarn over, pull back through everything, and chain 1. You're going to work what we just did, the yarn over puff 4 times into each space and chaining 1 after the puff. Let's do that one more time. Yarn over, pull up a loop once, twice, 3 times, and once more. When you have 9 loops on your hook, you can yarn over, pull back through everything, and chain 1. So you're going to work that puff stitch into each space all the way around. Make sure you chain 1 after each puff, and I will meet you back where we started. Once you get around, you'll see you've kind of got a little bit of curling. Don't worry about it. It's the nature of the puff stitches around this ring. I'm just going to slip stitch. I've already chained one after that puff. I'm going to slip stitch to the top of my first puff, just like that. I'm going to find the first space after the puff, and I'm just going to slip stitch right into that space. We're going to work a chain 3, and now we're going to work 4 double crochets together. This counts as your first double crochet, so we need to work 3. So yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that was 1. Yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that was 2. We're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that's 3. 4 loops on your hook for this first double crochet together, yarn over, pull back through everything. We're going to work a chain 2 now. Go to the next space in between your puffs, and now we're going to work 5 double crochets together. Yarn over, put your hook into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that was 1. Yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that was 2. Yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, back through 2, that's 3. You can see them right here, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2, that's 4. One more time, yarn over, put your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over back through 2. We now have 5 double crochets on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull back through everything, and chain 2. Into the next space, we're going to work that same 5 double crochet together pattern, and into each space all the way around, we're going to work the 5 double crochet together pattern, separated by a chain 2. So put your hook in, pull up a loop, back through 2, yarn over, put your hook in, got 4 loops. Let's do this another time. Back through 2. I've got 5 loops. I'm going to do this one more time for my 5 double crochet together. Back through 2. I now have 6 loops on my hook. I can yarn over, pull back through everything, and chain 2. I'm going to work this all the way around, and I will meet you back here. When you're back around, finish with a chain 2 after that last puff. We're going to skip over this puff and join just to the top of that first chain 3, or the puff that you did to start the round. You can now fasten off your center puff color. You might notice that it's curling up and bunching. Don't worry too much about that. This square could definitely use blocking if you wanted a really flat, perfect looking square. But if you just put it in between, 2 really heavy books, or lie it flat with a book on top or something, it will flatten itself out. And if you're joining this into a larger project like a blanket or a bag or something, once all of these squares are put together, they will sort of straighten themselves out as well. So don't worry too much about the curling. We're going to pick up our border color and work on the border. We're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. You can join into any of those chain 2 spaces, wherever you want to join. Since this is where I finished off, I'm just going to join in the one directly to the left of it. And I'm just going to join with a slip stitch right into that space. we're going to chain 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and we're going to work 2 double crochets right back into that same space where we joined. We're going to skip to the next space, and we're going to work a corner. To work a corner, we want 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same space. So there's my first set of double crochets, chain 2, and this is getting around the corner. We're going to work 3 more double crochets right back into that same space. And there's our first corner. In between each corner, we're going to work 3 double crochet. So into the next 3 spaces, so 1, 2, 3. Into those next 3 spaces, we're just working 3 double crochet. So 3 double crochet into the next 3 spaces. So I've worked my 3 double crochets into each of the next 3 spaces. Skip to the next space. We're going to work a corner into this space. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that space. And there's our second corner. Again, over the next 3 spaces, you're just going to work 3 double crochets into each of those spaces. We don't need a chain 1 in between our 3 double crochets. So we're just working the 3 double crochets. And then into each corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So there's my first one. Over the next 2, now I'm going to work my 3 double crochets. So there's my 3 double crochets into each of the next 3 spaces. Skip to the next space and work a corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same space. So we've got our first corner, second corner, third corner. Over the next 3 spaces, work 3 double crochets. At this point, you should have 1, 2, 3 spaces left. We've just finished with a side. We need to work our corner into the next space. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that next space. We now have 2 spaces left. We're going to work 3 double crochet into each of those 2 spaces. Here is where we started. That is our third set of the 3 double crochets on each side. 1, 2, 3 before we work corners. So go ahead and work 3 double crochet into the next 2 spaces to complete the top side. Back at the beginning, all you need to do is slip stitch to that first chain 3. I like to slip stitch 1 more over to finish it off. Now if you wanted to add more rounds, you could slip stitch over to the next space, chain 3, work 2 double crochets into that same space, go to the next space, and that would be your corner. and then work the same kind of pattern all the way around as many times as you wanted. We can go ahead and fasten this one off. Cut your yarn. And there we go. I'm going to weave in the ends, pull my tails. We've got a puffy granny square. And there we are. We've got our puff stitch squares. This one has been sitting overnight, pressed between some heavier books. This one is the one we just completed. So you can see it kind of does need a little bit of stretching out and maybe flattening. I tend to not block my work if I was to create a blanket using these squares, and after I completed the blanket and put all of these squares together and it was still a little bit wavy or curling, I might consider blocking the whole blanket after it's done. If you wanted to size these up or down, use a larger size hook, bulkier weight yarn to size up, and a thinner weight yarn and a smaller hook to size down. Really fast, you can make these in about 10 to 15 minutes. Quick, easy. Hardest part is just working those puff stitches for that second round. Otherwise, it's your typical granny type square. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.